Welcome to Section 2 on marketing research. An important concept in any element of research is understanding the process by which research takes. As I've already noted in the previous video, one of the things that we have to understand in marketing research is it is not haphazard. It has a scientific, process-based system to it. This section, we're going to look at that system. In any research problem, the very first thing that confronts is the actual problem. We have to define what the problem is that we're trying to research. Unless a research problem is well defined, it's very hard to give an answer, because if the question isn't asked well, the answer will be of no use. So the problem definition is probably the most important part of a marketing research process. We have to establish what it is we're looking for an answer to. And as I just defined in the previous tape, whenever we go out and look for a problem definition, we can use a number of tools. Exploratory research, if we just don't have an idea of what the subject area is we're dealing with, we need to find out more about it. Exploratory research is really good at getting a handle on what the overall problem is. We can also use descriptive research to be able to say, okay, what is the type of person that we're dealing with? What is the type of market that we're dealing with? What is the type of product? Let's describe the characteristics of it. That's important in terms of developing the problem definition. We can also use causal research, and what causal research does is establishes a link between some activity and some result. So the three types of research I've described in the previous video are all used as a tool to help define the problem. And the problem is normally worded in a very concise way, meaning that it can be easily answered. It is a very clear-cut question that can result in a very clear-cut answer. Will people buy this product? And the result will be yes they will or no they won't. So the problem definition is absolutely critical. Now, once we've got the problem defined, again, the critical part, then we need to say, how are we going to answer the problem? What are we going to put in place in order to be able to answer it in such a way that it will give us a good answer that is relevant and that is timely and that helps us reduce the risk of any decisions that we're about to make. This is where we get into the research design, which is the second major stage of the research process. The research design puts in place a series of things that we need to do and processes put in place that we need to follow in order to answer that problem. And if we look at a design normally comes in three basic types of flavor. A very basic research design that we often see is a survey. We go out and ask our customers through the use of a survey tool, what do you think of? And we get a response back. A survey is a very useful tool in terms of a research design. Another type of research design that's often used in order to help generate answers is observation. Now, observation is a process of allowing the world to evolve or to happen and watch it without it necessarily interfering with it. We just watch it. So for example, if we have a new toy and we want to see if that toy is liked by children, give them the toy and watch them play with it. Do they play with it a lot? Do they play with it a long time? Do they get bored with it quickly? Does it interest them? Does it appeal to them? Those types of things are drawn out through observational research. A third type of research tool that's often used is the experiment. And the experiment is a contrived, scientifically formatted process where in a controlled environment we go and test an idea, a hypothesis. We test an idea to see if it is or it is not accepted. So for example, we may want to experiment with a type of laundry detergent. Does the type of laundry detergent that we have take the spots out of clothes? So we use a certain amount of laundry detergent in a certain amount of washing conditions to see if it achieves a certain type of cleaning. And that's an example of an experiment. So those three basic tools are often used in terms of research design in order to help formulate and resolve a problem. Once we get the research design in place, we can use it, do the research, and out comes a response, an answer. And that's where we look at it in terms of a whole bunch of data, really, is what the answer is. Is a whole bunch of numbers or information or observations or survey results or experimental results that we have to interpret. This is the analysis stage, and that's a very important stage because we collect it and we analyze it. Because originally it is just data. The analysis gives us information. What does it mean? What are the implications of it to us? And from the information stage, then, we then conclude a decision. And that's where we come out with the last stage of the research process, where we take our information and we use it to make a decision. And this is where we reach conclusions. And oftentimes reports are written and goes to senior management to say, based on our analysis, we would advise that we do X. And that is the marketing research process. Again, problem needs to be defined. Using a series of tools, then we do the actual research methodology. We plan and develop a research methodology that we do. Then we get results, which we analyze, and based on the analysis, we make a decision. It's very important to understand the research process, and I want you to take some serious time to review some of the finer points of that.